Hello everyone, we'll be presenting for our Operation Management Group video. Today we'll be discussing Bowie. Let's dive into the details starting with the company overview. Let me begin with a quick overview of Bowie. Bowie, founded in 1916 in Seattle, the industry is aerospace and defense, producing commercial aircraft like the 737 and 787. Its main competitor is Airbus, and the two dominate the commercial aircraft market. Now let's look at the significant operation management issue affecting Bowie, which is supply chain disruption and quality control in aircraft manufacturing. There are competitive position at risk, reputation and customer trust, cost overrun and financial impact, as well as regulatory scrutiny and production. Next, on this slide, we will analyze the issue using performance objective, which is quality and cost. We will also connect the issue to Bowie's operation strategy using the orders winner and orders qualifier framework. Let's start with quality. Before the crisis, Bowie treated quality as an order qualifier, a basic expectation assumed by the regulators and customers. However, after the 737 MAX crashes and repeated manufacturing flaws, Bowie no longer met even that basic standard in the eye of regulators like the FAA and many global customers. Now move on to cost. Before the crisis, cost efficiency was Bowie's key order winner. The company adopted lean manufacturing and outsourced many production components to reduce costs and compete aggressively with Airbus. However, this strategy backfires after the crisis. Short-term savings came at the cost of rework, legal liabilities, and production halts. In fact, Boeing ended up losing billions due to aircraft groundings, compensation to airlines, and supplier disruptions. These costs were further amplified by regulatory inspections and FAA imposed restrictions.
Now we are going to discuss about the data-driven analysis of the chosen issues, their trade-offs and their sustainability impacts. For quality issues, we are going to use the 737 MAX plane as an example. The brand new 737 MAX plane was taking flight for the first time when the automated stabilizing system malfunctioned. There was also another incident where a 737 MAX plane was grounded as there was an unresolved fire detection problem. Lastly, Alaskan Airlines 737 MAX plane door plug blew off mid-flight, which prompted the pilots for emergency landing. For cost issues, Boeing reported an annual loss of 11.8 billion USD during the fourth quarter of 2024. Also, during quarter 3 of 2024, Boeing's inventory rose from 62 billion USD to 83.3 billion USD. Lastly, Boeing's defense business faced a tough quarter, projecting a loss of 1.7 billion USD when they published the fourth quarter earnings. This in turn would bring the projected loss of nearly 5 billion USD for the sector for the year. Now we shall take a look at the operations strategy matrix. I will use the quality and cost problems from the previous slide. Boeing's approach to quality issues was to change their leadership and to ensure that regulators, airlines, and passengers that Boeing is taking the crisis seriously. Boeing's approach to cost issues is to reduce excess inventories of 11.2 billion USD as 72.1 billion USD out of the 83.3 billion USD is tied to commercial plane programs. For the trade-off speed and quality, Boeing rushed its airlines' demand for the fleet of new 737 MAX planes only to experience quality issues. For cost and flexibility, Boeing maintained its flexibility in production and supply chain, which is more expensive than standardizing. By having hundreds of partners overseas, flexibility increases but so does cost, which is more drastic. For environmental impact, Boeing emits 448 million tons of CO2 annually. And lastly, for social impacts, Boeing has whistleblower allegations regarding safety practices of the company, which also resulted in an unexpected death of an employee.
Hi, I'm Phoebe and I'll share about our proposed solution. As per previously mentioned issues, we propose to adopt new model based on MUDA, MUVA and MOVI concept. Introducing the 4S model, solve, sustain, strengthen and stop the wait. Solve, identify production and technical flaws, investigate root causes in aircraft design and flight system, developing sustainable long-term fix, do hardware and software integration testing before implementation. Ensure implementation is aligned across the whole organization and FAA standards, include external safety audits and whistleblower program. Sustain, setting and focusing on the organization long-term priorities, building trust through public and organization transparency, create accountability through internal policies and training. Strengthen, focus on creating a positive culture and encourage growth. Provide regular training programs to upskill engineer and cross-functional learning programs. Give employee more authority to flag concerns on safety, unethical or management practice. Lastly, stop the wait. Map out the production system to identify the point of delays and synchronicity issues. Introducing shared KPI with suppliers, build long-term partnership with suppliers, improving operational process, integrate technology and AI for predictive analytics to increase efficiency and reduce waste, monitor defects and conformance rate and incident report using control chart.
Hi, my name is Eric and I'll be sharing on the key insights and strategic takeaway for Boeing. So the strategic takeaway for Boeing is that passenger air traffic volume will continue to rise and demand for new airplanes remains strong. The airline industry is projected to grow by 45% by the year 2030, and this provides Boeing with untapped opportunities in the market. So what it means is that Boeing can actually have a lot of room for growth. And the key insights will be to create cultures and visions that attract new talents, and restart streamlining of its management ranks and persist with it, and reverse declining market share by gaining the confidence of the supply base and airline customers. What it actually means is Boeing should streamline its internal processes so as to prepare the company for future airline growth in the industry. Thank you.